What's up, everybody? I'm Dapper Jeff, your gamer chef, and today we're going to be making a fantastic chicken pot pie inspired by Monster Hunter Worlds. I've been playing the Iceborne expansion, and it's got me hungry. I've been hunting, I've been looking for foodstuffs, I've been talking with the Palico chefs, and I figured it out. I'm going to go out, I'm going to hunt me a Kulu Yaku, I'm going to use its meat in lieu of chicken, but if you guys can't find a Kulu, grab chicken, it'll work just as well, I promise. So follow me into my galley, and I'll show you how it's done. Alright guys, so this fantastic Monster Hunter chicken pot pie it's not the easiest thing I've ever made, but it's not that hard. I've got all my components set out here. If you look at the description down below, you can see what each and everything is. First thing, most important thing, is to preheat your oven to 425. I already did that. And take your pie shell, or your pie crusts, roll them out, let them come to room temp. I actually already have our bottom pie crust rigged up. It's in our pie pan. I've named my pie pan Jacques, because if you get the reference, Jacques pie pan, points to you. If you don't, that's okay. Just, ask someone who knows cooking and cooking shows. So, like I said, I've got our 9-inch pie pan. It's greased. It's got one of our pie crusts in it already. I've got the other just chilling here, waiting for us to use it. It's gonna happen later. We're gonna move back over here. I have my awesome pan on some heat just to get it warmed up, get it up to temp. I'm gonna use my pro tip trick where I get my hand a little wet. There we go, that's what I need. I'm gonna take our oil. I'm gonna pour it in the pan. Careful, I don't want anyone to get hurt, especially Doctor who's manning the camera. I have here a mixture of carrots and celery. I'm gonna put that in. Ooh, buddy. And I'm just gonna let that cook for a few. Gonna turn on our vent fan to low, because it's not creating a powerful scent yet. Right now, I just want to kind of soften up the carrots, so that should take about 3 minutes. But as I do this, I'm going to add in our seasonings. So we've got some salt, a little bit of garlic powder, some black pepper. I'm just gonna sprinkle this over our seasonings, or over our veggies. And that's that. So, like I said, I'm just gonna continuously kind of stir this around. I just want the carrots to soften up a little bit. So like I said, that might be about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'll catch you guys back, catch you guys then. All right, guys, our carrots have softened a little bit, so I'm gonna take our peas and onions, pour that in, get some heat going there. I'm also gonna kind of mix it around. I'm gonna let the the peas defrost a little bit, because they are frozen. That's gonna add a little bit of liquid to this mixture, which is great. That's kind of exactly what I think we need. Gonna let the onions soften just a little bit, just till they start releasing that sweet, sweet onion aroma. And I say this all the time, and it's totally true, I really wish you guys at home could smell this. It smells so good already. And all I've done is throw some veggies into a pan. So this I'm just gonna mix up a little bit, let the peas warm up. I'm going to take our flour and just sprinkle it on the top. Kind of sprinkle it around. I'm also going to take our thyme, sprinkle that. I'm going to add in our chicken, shredded chicken, which I shredded earlier. If you want to buy the pre-shredded, you can. There is no shame in that. I'm going to mix this a little bit. Okay, mix that up a bit. I'm also going to take our almond milk, unsweetened. I got 2 cups, and I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, because this is going to be the filling for our chicken pot pie, so we want it kind of thick, and that's awesome. That's exactly what we're going for. So we got the flour in there as a thickening agent. I'm gonna kind of mix this in. So just remember to add in the almond milk, little bits at a time, little splash at a time. Let everything get kissed by that almondy goodness. You are eventually going to add in all 2 cups. You know what, I think I'm in a place where I can do that. I'm gonna mix everything together. You're gonna bring this to a low boil actually and just let it thicken for about 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm gonna bring it to that low boil. I'm gonna stop moving it for a minute. All right, and I'll see you guys when this is thickened. All right, guys, we've had this boiling for about 4 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna kill the heat, pull our pie shell over, and I'm going to just, 1 spoonful at a time, take the filling, move it over into here. Make sure you give it a nice egg bath beforehand. Just kind of move that egg wash all over there. That way it turns all nice and golden brown. What we have here is almost ready. I'm going to grab my egg bath. It's a single egg with about a tablespoon of water, lightly beaten. Got our other pie shell that I'm just going to lay on top of this. I'm going to lightly press down on the edges. And then we're going to take the rest of our egg wash and we are just going to, I got a basting brush, we're just going to kind of brush the top. All right, so we got the egg wash on the top. We're gonna take a sharp knife and just slit 1, slit 2, slit 3. Like a monster's clawing at this pie. This way, steam can escape from the interior and it won't explode. So at this point, I'm gonna grab my trusty oven mitts, come over here to our oven that we've already had preheated to 425. Going to carefully take my pie. I'm gonna set it right in there. It's probably gonna drip. I probably should have trimmed that a little bit. Yeah, I probably should have trimmed the top shell, but I didn't, and we'll see what happens because it's a learning experience. We're gonna set it in there for 25 minutes. I'm gonna hit start. And I'll see you guys in 25 minutes. And make sure that when you put your pie in, you trim the excess pie crust. So otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. All right, so our timer's done. I grab my oven mitts because that's the closest thing I have to fire-resistant armor in the real world. I'm gonna open up our oven. Blast of heat! And look at this bad boy. It smells absolutely heavenly. It is piping hot. I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes before I cut into it. But yeah, you can see those 3 slices we made on the top were really good because, like I said, it prevented the whole thing from just exploding. This is a fantastic looking pie. All right, guys, so I'm about to cut this pie into quarters because the recipe is actually for 1 pie. 1 pie is 4 servings. And there we go. So I'm gonna actually line up from the center slash. I'm gonna carefully cut my way across. Being really careful not to slice into my hand. I'm gonna do the same for the other way. I'm gonna cut crossways this way. I'm going to try to plate this up without destroying it. But our shell is nice and crispy. It looks fantastic. It smells heavenly. So I'm gonna, all right. I'm gonna set this aside, set my knife aside. I'm gonna grab a spatula. And let's see if I can take a piece from the pie pan to the plate without destroying it or making a huge mess. All right, guys, that's how you make a fantastic Cooler-You-Coo chicken pot pie for you and your hunting party. I'm Dapper Jeff. I'll catch you guys next week, but until then, go on a hunt, play some Monster Hunter, click like and subscribe down below. I'm gonna eat this and go hang out with the Palico chef. I'll see you guys next week, but until then, stay well fed. We're gonna... we're gonna knock stuff into the sink. We're gonna just, like I said, kind of lightly paint the entire Thank you, Doctor.